Look at his face, not the corpse, the man standing over her, the anatomist. He is pulling back a white sheet from a young woman's body. Her skin is pale, perfect. Her features are serene. She could be sleeping, but she is not sleeping. She is dead, and he knows it. Now look at his expression. There is no clinical detachment here. His eyes are soft. His mouth is slightly parted. His entire posture, the way he holds that sheet with a gentle, lingering touch, suggests this is not a doctor examining a specimen. This is a man looking at something he desires. This painting is called The Anatomist, created in 1869 by Gabriel von Max, an artist obsessed with the boundary between science and the forbidden. For over 150 years, scholars have debated what is actually happening in this room. Is it a tribute to progress, or is it a window into the 19th century's hidden obsession with the erotic potential of death itself? By the end of this video, you'll understand why this painting was never meant to comfort anyone, and why the question it asks is one we still refuse to answer. To understand the macabre rationale of this work, we must treat the canvas as a crime scene. The setting is a dissection room, cold stone walls, dim light. The woman lies on a table, draped in white. But here is what makes this painting immediately unsettling. The woman is too perfect. Real corpses don't look like this. Death is messy, skin discolors, features slacken. But this woman looks like a classical sculpture, like Sleeping Beauty preserved for display. Notice that the anatomist isn't performing an autopsy. There are no instruments, no incisions. He is simply unveiling her. It is the same gesture you'd make when presenting a work of art or when undressing a lover. Look at the lighting. Von Max painted the body in soft, warm tones, completely unlike the cold shadows around her. She glows. She has been transformed from a medical subject into an aesthetic object. The anatomist's hand isn't pulling the sheet with purpose. He is savoring the moment. This isn't a medical painting. It is a painting about possession through observation. Who creates an image like this? Gabriel von Max was born in Prague in 1840. He grew up surrounded by sculptures of the human form, but he wasn't interested in the living. He was drawn to the threshold states, the moment when the soul supposedly leaves the body. He was a serious researcher who attended autopsies, but he was also deeply involved in the spiritualist movement. He believed the dead could communicate and that young women served as the perfect mediums between worlds. In 1869, the same year he painted The Anatomist, von Max began a series of works depicting women in trance states or newly dead, always beautiful, always on display. Art historians typically frame this as a critique of how science objectifies women. There's just one problem. Von Max never said that. His journals reveal a romantic reverence for the unearthly beauty of female corpses. He wasn't criticizing the anatomist. He was painting his own reflection. But here is where the narrative resets. If we look at the background, we find a detail that contradicts the scientific mission entirely. Look at the desk. Among the papers and the skull, there are no surgical tools, no saws, no jars of formaldehyde. If he isn't there to work, why is he there? This leads us to a chilling realization. In the 1860s, there was a cultural movement built around the beautiful death. The idea was that dead young women possessed an aesthetic perfection that the living couldn't achieve. The anatomy theater became a place where men could have total access to women's bodies, to look and touch without consent or consequence. The room in the painting isn't a laboratory, it is a sanctuary. The anatomist isn't performing science, he is performing ownership. He has complete control. She will never object, never judge, and never leave. His calm is the satisfaction of a man who fears actual human connection and has found its silent substitute. This is where we challenge the academic view. Museums call this a meditation on mortality, but there is a necrophilic aesthetic here that is impossible to ignore. The doctor's calm is the most terrifying part. It is the calm of someone who has successfully rationalized a taboo behind the mask of reason. But von Max is also trapping us. By looking at this painting, we are standing exactly where the doctor stands. We are staring at a body that has no agency, finding pleasure in her tragedy. The painting asks, when does the pursuit of knowledge become an excuse for voyeurism? In the 19th century, the answer was, we don't ask. We drape it in the language of progress, and we continue looking. We have never stopped idealizing beautiful death. We see it in every modern crime show and horror film. We've just gotten better at justifying why we're watching. The final disclosure is found in the anatomist's hand. Look at how his fingers grip the cloth. They are poised, hesitant, savoring the loop of anticipation. Gabriel von Max didn't paint this to celebrate science. He painted it to expose the shadow self of his era. He showed us that behind every discovery, there is a desire. As you return to your world tonight, I leave you with this. When we look at images of tragedy today, are we truly observing, or are we just like the anatomist? Have we learned to mask our own macabre fascinations behind the veil of information? Let's discuss the boundary between curiosity and obsession in the comments. Was he a seeker of truth, or a man lost in a beautiful nightmare? Subscribe if you want art history that refuses to look away. Because some paintings aren't meant to be admired. Some paintings are meant to be evidence.